was thinking about how I wanted to work with these last 2 classes. It feels relatively monumental, even though it's not. I haven't stopped teaching yoga for like 10 years, so it's really weird to have a pause. Maybe I'll just be at home filming on Facebook Live as I do weird yoga poses just so I can stay teaching yoga. But today I'd really like to focus on just feeling and just experiencing our bodies as we move through the poses. Taking that even a little step further and really experiencing what we're feeling, right? Because you can feel something and then you can be like, all right, great, and just move on. Or you can be like, oh wow, I'm really feeling this pain in my right hip right now, or this sensation in my shoulder, and kind of experiencing that and going into that. So as we sit in the poses, as we always do, really stay with sensation and feeling. And then as always, try to remove the judgment piece of it and just notice and be present for what's arising physically, emotionally, all of that as it comes up today. So with that in mind, find a comfortable seat here on your mat. Close your eyes. Draw your attention to your breath. Connecting inward here. And perhaps using that inhale to draw your attention even more inward. And using that exhale to feel your center, your core, even as you let the air out. Starting that Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. So you're very intentionally drawing the breath in, very intentionally emptying yourself out. And then start to work with this intention of feeling. So noticing if there's any aches or pains or sensations initially present in your body. And perhaps there's a specific area that's calling your attention this morning. So you have a choice. You can work with the whole spectrum of sensation and feeling as we move through practice. Or you can hone in on one specific area, one specific part of your body that you want to tune into every pose, every breath. So make that choice and then dedicate your practice to following that intention. In your next inhale, take in a slightly deeper breath than you've taken so far. And at the top, hold full. As you're ready to release, exhale out the mouth, let it go. Again, like that huge intentional breath in. Pausing at the top, holding full. And allow for that long, slow release. Do that twice more at your own pace. back to your Ujjayi breath. Pausing with that intention in mind. Slowly open your eyes, and we're going to shift into Nadi Shodhana, this alternate nostril breathing. So pick up the right hand. You're going to fold over that pointer finger and middle finger. You also have the option to use the pointer and middle finger at that third eye center between the eyebrows. So your choice, fold them over, or that's where they'll be placed. We're going to keep each side of the breath even. Most of you know this. I'll guide you guys through the first round, maybe the second round, and then you'll have a few more on your own after that. If you're aware of this and want to go at a different pace than how I'm conducting, go for it right out of the gate. All right, exhale all the air out. Close off the left nostril. Inhale through the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both closed for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold both closed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale right. Hold both closed. Exhale left. Inhale left. Hold both closed. Exhale right. That's 2 rounds. Do 2 more at your own pace. Keep all sides of the breath even, but you can extend it to 7 counts, 10 counts, shorten it to 3 counts. There's some tissues walking around if you need some. Once you've completed that 4th go around, just rest your hands in your lap. And take a moment to just feel. Thank you. Just notice what's present in your body. And then back to that Ujjayi. And as you feel ready, start to weave in some movement. So there's no specific movement here, just whatever feels good to you in this moment. It could be as simple as rolling the wrists, rolling the head. Maybe you turn a little side to side. Maybe some seated cat-cows. Just taking about 3 to 5 more breaths, shifting and moving here. Releasing any tension that built up from sitting there and doing breath work. Coming back through neutral, through center line. We're going to pick up the legs, set the soles of your feet down on the ground. Hands propped back behind you. And we're just going to do some windshield wiper legs. So if you're up on a prop, you'll want to come down off of it so you don't fall off of it. Just getting into a little rhythm, side to side, massaging the hips and the low back. And coming back through center, I'm going to set the right ankle up and over top the left. Once again, you can continue this side to side movement if that feels good. Now getting a little more into that right hip. Just noticing the sensation where you're feeling this. And then you have the option to stay here, lifting the heart upright. This can be a deep enough stretch for you, or inch that left foot over to the right, stacking shins. For this double pigeon, also known as shoelace or fire log. And then if you need to go further still to get sensation, walk your hands forward. Just getting a little bit deeper into the hips here. So, especially right out of the gate, you're not going to that depth that you think you can get to. You're letting your body give feedback this morning and show you what is the correct distance or depth to go into in this moment. Really emphasize the breath to support this pose. We'll take just a few more breaths here. Inhale, if you're folded forward, walk your way back up. Extend both legs forward, give them a little shake out. And then we'll simply switch sides. So both feet come on the ground to start. Left ankle hooks up over top right. And then you can start this movement side to side if that feels good. And diving a little deeper into the joint rather than just the muscles. Then bringing it back to that stopping position at center line. So option one is you stay upright, pressing the knee forward. This can be a deep stretch. Or tucking that right leg under the left. Flexing your feet to your shin so you're still protecting the knee joints. And I saw some of you use a prop under the knee. You're welcome to do that here. And then you have that option to stay upright or start to hinge forward. Moving a little bit deeper into the stretch. Once again, only going about 60 to 70% of your depth here. Letting your breath be the guide that takes you deeper, that softens you into the pose. Two more full breaths. And inhale, ease your way back upright. Extend the legs forward, do that little shake out. And bring the soles of your feet together so you're in a bottom Kaessner here. We're going to continue that similar theme, so start to flap your legs. We'll start with a little bit of movement. And coming back to a stopping position. Place the right hand on the right thigh. And you can do a little like lift up, I can't do it, and then press the thigh down if you'd like. And then that right hand is going to stay pressing the thigh. Left hand is going to prop out, and you're going to push down and away. It should deepen your stretch into that hip, maybe the low back. You have a few options here. You can keep it as a side bend with this hip stretch, hip and groin stretch, So by drawing this left elbow down towards the ground, or you can start to turn it into a bit of a twist, rotating your torso down towards that left thigh, leaning into it while still pressing the thigh down and away. Just a few deep breaths here, working into this area. Staying with sensation. And inhale back up through center. Do a few flaps of the wings. I really do feel like I'm 5 every time I do this. And then we'll switch sides. Right hand comes out as a prop, left hand, you can do that little lift and rotation if you liked. And then left hand presses down and away, leaning away from your thigh, just noticing that stretch. And maybe there's not much of a stretch, it's just more space for the breath to move into. Once again, you have the option to keep it more of this side bend so torso stays upright. Or you start to turn towards that right leg, adding the twist here. Breathing deep down into sensation. Tuning into feeling. Inhale, come back up through center. Hands to outer thighs, help your legs back together. And then come all the way down onto your back with your prop nearby, setting up for some core work. So you need the prop, but not quite yet, so make sure it's reachable. Starting out with basic elbow to knee. So interlace your hands back behind your head. And you have a few options. So the traditional way of doing this, if it is traditional, the most basic full way of doing this is stack your knees over your hips, legs bent at about 90-degree angles. If at any point this bothers your low back or hamstrings, you can keep the soles of your feet down on the ground. Take a deep breath down into the low back. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. On your exhale, lift head and shoulders. Relax your head into your hands. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Reach the right leg forward at a 45-degree angle. If that bothers your low back, leg goes straight up to the sky. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees. Come back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards the right thigh. Reach left leg forward, either 45 degrees or straight up towards the ceiling. Pull belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into the mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach that right leg forward. Yep, spread the toes wide. Pull low belly down. Awesome. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left leg forward. Spread your toes wide. Lift the right shoulder blade up. There you go, Kim. Pull low belly down. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left side. Press through that right foot. Pull low belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows over to the right thigh. Spread through the left toe as you press the leg forward. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Back to center, one more round here. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Tuck tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Right leg reaches forward. Spread your toes wide. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right leg. Reach through the left, good calling. Pull belly down, tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center and release. Reach your arms overhead, extend your legs to the front of the room. Just take a full body stretch for a breath or two. And exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Grab hold of your rolled up mat or block. Place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. And then do that little leg check if you're directly adjacent to your neighbor. Shift. All right, I think we're good. I don't think we have any legs colliding, but we'll find out. All right. In between your thighs, snug up to the pubic bone, float your legs straight up to the sky. Now, if at any point this gets too much, bend your knees to 90-degree angles. You can also keep the feet on the ground as an alternative. Interlace the hands back behind your head. Take a deep breath down into the low back. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Squeeze around your prop nicely. So exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze your prop a second time, whole belly down. Inhale, bring left hand to prop, straddle the legs. Yes, no collisions, excellent. Tuck tailbone, reach out through inner thighs, whole low belly down. Inhale, legs come back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid-back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze your prop, exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift, squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, tuck tailbone, reach out through inner thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid-back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, reach out through inner thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid-back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, tuck tailbone, reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. One more round, hold the breath. Press mid-back in the mat, tuck tailbone. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, reach out through thighs, tuck tailbone a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid-back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, last one here, straddle the legs. Exhale, tuck tailbone, reach out. Pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together and release. Set your prop aside. No one's side. Did you get enough abs? No. More. More? No. All right. No. Michael's more. I'm too exhausted. See, I can't gauge it anymore because I'm not doing them with you. All right. Reach your arms overhead. Reach your legs to the front of the room. Maybe we'll do more next week. Take a few breaths here. Now no one's going to come next week. On your exhale, release your arms by your sides. Bend your knees, setting up for a bridge pose. So you can do that trick of grazing the back of your heels if that's helpful. You're also welcome to use a prop in between the thighs or under the hips. On your inhale, peel the spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. So really pressing into the earth with your feet, using that and the engagement of your legs and your back body to really lift and open up this frontal plane. Whatever you'd like with your arms here, connect into that smooth, strong Ujjayi breath supporting your pose. Take hold of your prop. Place it under your hips, if it isn't already, tallest height that can comfortably be placed. Now, if at any point you don't want the extra support of your prop, you're welcome to remove that. Inch the left foot about 1 to 3 inches towards the center line. On your inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Spread the toes, press down through that left leg as you reach up through the right. And on your exhale, cross the right ankle over the left thigh, coming into this figure 4 pose. Draw the right knee forward and away. Breathe into this right hip. Inhale, re-extend the right leg towards the ceiling. Exhale to lower the right foot down. Switching sides, right foot shifts more towards the center line. Inhale, left leg floats up to the sky. Keep pressing down to that right foot as you reach up to the left. So you get this extension first and foremost. Then bend the knee, cross your ankle over the thigh. Start to traction the thigh forward and away. Breathe into this left hip. Awesome breathing. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, lower the left foot back down to the mat. You're welcome to keep the prop there or remove it. Take a few more deep breaths in your bridge pose. Nice. Let the head and shoulders be soft. Remove any props here. Exhale, tuck tailbone, slowly roll your spine back down to the earth. Then release here by either hugging the knees into your chest or pressing the thighs away. Roll over onto your left side. And make your way up and all the way forward to hands and knees. Easing your way down to your forearms, setting up for a dolphin. So just our basic dolphin this morning. You can grab hold of the opposite upper arms with your hands just to make sure the elbows are directly under the shoulders. And then the forearms either come back parallel to one another, running lengthwise on the mat, or hands clasped for extra support. Huge breath into the back of the heart. Engage the chest, head is up off the ground. Exhale, tuck toes under. Extend your hips up to the sky for dolphin. Really reaching up and back through the sit bones as you root into the mat with forearms here. Connect into your breath. Head hangs heavy. Lifting up out of the shoulders. Just noticing how the core strength supports you here. The more you press into the earth with the forearms, the more of that strong foundation you can connect into. As we stay here for a little bit longer, maybe you tiptoe the toes in closer to the elbows. Yeah. What can you release even as the challenge continues to build? Can you soften more through the jaw? Let the head hang a little bit heavier. 3 more breaths. Really tuning into feeling here. No rush, but as you feel ready, make your way up to hands and knees. And we'll just transition into cat-cow. So some basic movement here. Inhaling, lifting the heart, exhaling, rounding the spine. If you'd like to add on to this cat-cow, you're welcome to move all the way back to a child's pose and up through a variation on up dog. Maybe taking some hip circles or side-to-side movements. Really letting feeling and sensation guide how you shift and move here. We'll be here for just a few more minutes. And as you feel ready, transition into your first downward facing dog of the practice. Toes curl under, hips reach up and back. And you can continue that movement here, maybe walking the dog by bending and straightening your legs, or even shifting into a plank and back to a down dog. Just moving and breathing at your own rhythm. Yeah. About 2 more breaths. Take a deep breath in your down dog. Exhale all the air out. Excuse me. Step or hop to the top of your mat for a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it back in. Do that much once more. Inhale, spinal extension to get that halfway lift. Nice, Mike. Exhale, fold it in. And inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach overhead. Maybe a little back bend at top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Classical suns. Inhale, re-extend hands. Slow and controlled exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Knee can be lifted or lowered. Inhale, torso rises, so hands can be on the front thigh, or one or both arms can extend towards the ceiling. Yeah, beautiful. Few deep breaths here into sensation. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank pose. Knees can always come down for support. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Shoulder blades down and back. Yes, exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and down dog. Exhale, step left foot forward. Lunge or low lunge. Lift and open with your torso here. One or both arms can extend. Soften the shoulders, connecting to your breath. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale to come all the way upright, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. So as we flow through this, make sure you're going at a pace that works with your breath and your body this morning. On your next inhale, float the arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the mat, step to plank. Continue the exhale, chaturanga. Can always skip that. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Nice, Jen. Exhale, back to downward and facing dog. Deep breath in and down dog. Exhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. At your own pace, exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up, arms sweep overhead. Maybe touch a star or two. Exhale, literally they're stars. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend your arms. Realize that could have sounded really airy-fairy, but there were stars. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back lunge. Keep the inhale going, lift and open. Gorgeous. Exhale, hands to the mat, step to plank. Continue the exhale for chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lifting the heart. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Always skip that. Exhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Keep the inhale going, open it up, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round here, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Continue to flow. Chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Exhale, we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. Exhale, step right foot forward, lunge on this side. Lift and open, maybe taking that back bend. At your own pace, exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Inhale, come all the way upright, arms reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart, center. Close your eyes, connect to your breath. Turn this into a mountain pose. That's just a subtle shift in how you're positioned here. So equal weight in all corners of your feet. Hands can stay at heart center or rest by your sides, still active. Fill this pose with breath. Inhale, float your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Uttanasana. Lifting through your heart, whatever you'd like with your arms here so they can stay extended or be bent or reach back behind you. Yeah, interlacing, I like the different variations. Sit a little bit deeper because you can. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, step or hop back, plank pose. There's a few places we jump, Mike. From here, you can move directly into down dog or flow through that vinyasa chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Yeah, you can always add extra push-ups if you feel like you need them. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah, let's do that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, float the left leg up and back. Spread through the toes. Reach that leg long like you're trying to press it to the back. Upper diagonal of the room. And then really counter that by rooting into the earth with your hands so you've got that strong foundation supporting your toes. Good. Exhale, hug your knee into your chest. And then set the foot down softly. We'll rise up to a warrior two. So back heel roots facing the window side of the room, arriving in your warrior. And take a moment, just assess your warrior pose. Working towards a 90-degree angle with this front thigh. Back heel is rooting strongly. Equal weight between the two legs. Just taking a moment to feel here. Let's reverse our warrior, flip that left palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, opening through this left side body. Right hand can be on the hip or work anywhere down that right leg. Or if you prefer, you can take that bind. Emphasize the breath into this left side of your torso. Creating space around the hip, all the way up to the ribs. And then transition into your next stretch. Reach just the left arm towards the front of the room. Let the head hang heavy towards that right shoulder. Imagine that with each breath, you're unraveling some of the layers of tension in the neck, removing some of those shoulds from your shoulder. Perhaps even softening the clenching around your jaw. Reaching through the left hand, come back up through warrior two. We're going to come into an extended warrior. So left forearm comes all the way down the left thigh. Right arm is going to reach up overhead, lengthening through this right side body. Breathe into this right side of the torso. Still drawing the right shoulder blade down and away. Creating space for that right hip. Transitioning into a heart opener. Reach the right arm straight up to the sky and back, lifting through this right side of the chest. With each inhale, really puff up through the heart. With each exhale, connect back to your core. Extended warrior variation. Wrap the right arm behind your back, either tucking the hand into clothing or grabbing hold of the inside of that left thigh with the right hand. Continue to draw the right shoulder blade on the back and then let the head hang. You have the option here if you'd like to bring the left hand down to the ground or a block if that's part of your practice. Staying here or coming into your full bind, clasping hands under that left leg. Still working towards an opening with the right side of the chest. So you're still drawing that right shoulder blade back. Let the head hang heavy. We'll take just a few more breaths here. Fire up the legs. Inhale, unwind the arms, come all the way back up, warrior two. Straighten out the left leg, setting up for triangle pose. You may want to shorten your stance a little bit. And then reach that left arm as far forward as you can and down. Right arm extends up to the sky. You always have the option to use a block under that left hand. You also have the option to bring the right hand to your hip, especially if that right shoulder is giving you a bit of trouble. Good. Connect into your breath. Standing here in all directions. Drawing the shoulder blade back. You're welcome to stay here. We're moving this into an Ardha Chandrasana half moon. Bring a prop with you if you like. Rock forward. Lean onto that left foot, right arm and right leg. Extend up. Nice. If the binding is part of your practice, bend that right knee today. Reach back up, hold the ankle, shin, whatever you can grab. Kick into your hand, find that bow. On your inhale, we extend arm and leg. Exhale, lower the right hand down, hug your right knee into your chest. Get a little reset, and then shoot the right leg to the back of your mat. So you arrive in this low lunge, hands framing the front foot. So right foot to the back of the mat, left knee bends. Just taking a few breaths here in this lunge. Fire up the legs. And at any point, this back knee can come down for support. Fire up the legs, though, wherever you are, hug inner thighs together. Reach the arms back behind you. Hover above this left leg. Shoulder blades hug spine. Inhale, torso lifts, arriving in your crescent lunge. Arms extend up to the sky. Taking a few breaths here. Feeling the strength of this pose. Really filling this pose up with breath. On your exhale, bend your elbows, lift even more to the heart. Exhale, lower the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, start to draw the knuckles down. If you want a little more bend the back knee, hover it above the ground. You won't be here for long, it's just a nice little extra zing. Inhale, straighten out to the right leg. Maybe not that nice. Bring down to the right heel, take a deep breath in. Exhale into ostrich pose. Diving forward, torso comes to the inside of that left leg. Clasp hands, reach up and away from the sit bones. If that feels like too much on the shoulders, you can always bring the hands down to the ground for more support. Now let the head go even more. Lower the clasp, then release your hands. From here, hands are down on the ground. Inch that right foot a little further back so you're more in a warrior two-ish setup. And then walk the right hand to the back of your mat. Left hand comes to the inside of the left thigh for head to ankle crack. Start to press the thigh down and away. Lean the torso towards this right thigh. The more you bend the left knee, the more you will feel this pose. Two more full breaths here. Exhale, release the left hand. Parallel the inner edges of your feet so you arrive in a Prasarita Pilot. Uttanasana, this wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. And exhale, just fold it in. Let the torso hang. Taking some deep breaths in this wide-legged forward fold. If there's a different position you'd like with the arms, you're welcome to take that. Head hangs heavy, breathing into the stretch. Inhale, release the hands to the ground if they aren't already. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Then walk your hands back to the top of your mat, swiveling the legs around. Lower the right knee down to the ground. Hands are to the inside of this left side. So we have a few options here. We're going to move into either just this deep low lunge with a hip stretch or a head to ankle variation. So option one is you just drop the right hip towards the ground, come into this deep stretch, keeping the left knee bent. You can stay on the palms of your hands or come down to the forearms. So that's option one. Option two, you stay more upright so both knees are in 90-degree angles. Let the torso come down. So that's your head to ankle variation one. If you want to go deeper in head to ankle, you can tuck the back toes under, shorten your stance. Start to tuck that left shoulder under that left calf. Maybe switch hands here and work the head under the ankle. We'll take about 5 more breaths wherever you've decided to work. Letting gravity draw you deeper into this stretch. Yeah. Nice. Once again, you take the variation that works best with your body today. Stay here for a few more deep breaths. Nice. If you're working with head to ankle, the more you press the shin forward, the easier it is to work to tuck the head under the leg. Nice. Last exhale here. Inhale, start to ease your way back up. Palms press into the earth, curl the right toes under. Inhale, left leg extends up and back, three-legged down dog. Bend that left knee, open up the hip. Stay here or flip your dog for a wild thing. If you're in wild thing, flip it back over. Re-extend the leg up and back. Exhale, bring the left leg through for pigeon on this side. So we're working into pigeon as our stretch pose. So you're going to take a variation that works best for you. You can place a prop under this left hip. You can sit down on the outer hip, bending the back knee. Wherever you are, letting the torso fold forward, supporting yourself. You also have the option to come onto your back to take the reclined variation, taking pressure out of the joints. We'll stay here for about 5 or so breaths. Where else can you let go? And can you really tune into feeling? The last few breaths, perhaps exhaling out the mouth, letting go of some of those extra layers of tension. And inhale, slowly start to walk your way back up. About 5 breaths to unwind out of that and make your way to down dog. So you can take your time to get out of your pigeon. You can play around with some cat-cows or vinyasa. And eventually arriving back in your downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, extend the right leg up and back. Spread your toes, reach that leg long. Really creating space by extending through the right leg. Without momentum, exhale, step right foot through, rise up to warrior 2 on this side. So once again, taking your time to set up here. Really driving the right knee forward, balancing that with the left foot. Softening through the shoulders even as you're holding strong here. Reverse warrior, flip the right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach that right arm up and back. Left hand on your hip, or working its way down that left leg. Good. Keep drawing the right knee forward. Breathing into this right side. ground. Allow the head to hang heavy. And breathe here to the right side of your neck. Imagine the unraveling, the release, the neck and jaw. Reaching through that right hand, come back up, warrior two, into your extended warrior, right forearm onto right thigh. Reach that left arm up and overhead, extending it towards the front of the room. Yes, always. Fill this left side body up with breath. So really find that rooting sensation in the outer edge of the left foot. Drawing that line up to the left hip and all the way up through that left arm. Creating even more space here. Transitioning into your heart open. Left hand reaches straight up to the sky and back. Open up through this left side of the heart. Head hangs heavy. Breathe in the left side of your chest. From here, coming into extended warrior variation, bring the left arm back behind you, either tucking the hand into clothing or grabbing hold of the inside of the right thigh. Head hangs heavy. Right elbow, or rather forearm, can still press into the thigh, or you can bring the hand down to the ground. Working with your breath here. Staying here or transitioning to that bind, clasping hands under that right thigh, still opening through the left shoulder. Two more breaths wherever you are. Inhale, unwind, come all the way back upright, warrior two. And then straighten out the right leg for triangle pose. You may want to shorten the stance. Reach that right arm forward and down. Left arm extends up to the sky. Work with sensation here. So your breath, your sensation is what's guiding you in this pose. Yeah, beautiful. Let the breath guide your depth. Staying here or transition into your Ardha Chandrasana. Bringing your prop with you if you'd like. Weight rocks forward into that right foot, left arm, left leg extends. If a bind is part of your practice, take that today. Yeah, and then if you have hold of the foot or the ankle, kick your foot strongly into your hand so you get a bit of a heart opener here. Nice balance, ladies. Inhale, release, re-extend. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Hug the left knee into your chest. Get that little crunch and then shoot the leg straight back so you arrive at the lunge. You can always bring the left knee down for support. Hug the inner thighs towards one another. On your inhale, reach the arms back behind you. Hover above the right thigh. Inhale, rise all the way up, crescent lunge. Arms extend to the sky. Connecting to the strength in your legs here. And slowly bend the elbows, start to lift and open more through the heart. Exhale, release the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down. Option to bend the left knee, hover above the ground. A lot of strength work, squeeze the thighs together. Straighten out the left leg, root down to the heel. Exhale into ostrich pose. Torso coming to the inside of the thigh, clasp hands reach away from the hips. You have that option to bring your hands all the way down to the ground, but start to bother your shoulders or back body. Yeah, awesome. Few more breaths here. Lower the clasp, then release. Inch that left foot a little further back, head to ankle prep. So you stay in a warrior position with your legs. Right knee continues to bend. Left hand comes to the back of the mat, right hand comes to the inside of the right thigh. Press the right thigh forward and away. Lean toward the back of your mat with your torso. Release. Prasarita Padottanasana. So inner edges of your feet are parallel. This wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to lengthen out. Exhale, fold it in. Let the torso hang. Whatever you'd like with your arms here. Breathe into the stretch. Now rise up halfway. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat, easing into your hip stretch. So option one is the hips shift forward, hands stay to the inside of the leg, come down to the forearms. Option two is you're working with that head to ankle. So you're more square over the back hips, torso can hang to the inside of the leg, maybe start to tuck the shoulder or even the head behind the ankle. You can even tuck the back toes under, letting gravity guide you deeper in. We'll be here for about 5 breaths total. Moving into your hips. Soften with each breath. Where else can we let go? Take an exhale out the mouth to release. Inhale, walk your way back upright. Hands to the top of your mat, curl the left toes under. Inhale, shoot the right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Bend the right knee, open the hip. Maybe taking that wild thing if that feels good to your body. Flip it back over. Re-extend the right leg. Exhale, thread that right leg through for pigeon on this side. Easing your way into this hip stretch. Taking more or less a mirror version of what you took on the other side. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Can you let go? Maybe the breath starts to soften. About 3 more breaths in your pigeon. And this time you're going to make your way to your back. So Slowly start to ease up out of your pigeon pose and make your way onto your back. If you need a vinyasa or something before that, go for it. Once you arrive on your back, check in and move into any final movement or pose to complete your practice, taking about 10 or so breaths. Could be a spinal twist or an inversion, maybe just a movement or a stretch. The breath can ease back to its natural cadence here. Just taking these last few moments to complete your practice. And there's no rush, but as you do feel ready, making your way into this place of final relaxation, Shavasana. Letting your body be heavy and held by the earth. Really letting go, surrendering for these last few moments of class. sensations, what feelings are present here. Slowly make your way over to one side. Symbolic reawakening. With eyes still closed, press your way up to a seat. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands gather to heart center. Let's honor our practice this morning with one round of Om. Take a deep breath in. Om.